What to do with $1,000 in crypto? $1,000. Well, it may not sound like much, but in crypto, it can be the start of something huge if you approach it the correct way. Maybe you're brand new, or maybe you're just getting started, or serious. The question everyone eventually asks is, how in the heck do I turn this small bag into something meaningful? Welcome back to another episode of JRNY TV, your home for cutting through the noise and getting you ready for the next big move in crypto. My name is Nick, and today we are breaking down how we would play it if we were starting from scratch with just $1,000 in August of 2025. The market is shifting fast. Altcoin season is teasing us, and if you're positioned right, this cycle could change your life. We're going to walk through how to think about your portfolio allocation, how to balance your risk versus your reward, and the strategies that can turn a small stack into a serious play. And of course, we will also share how tools like Archer and the communities like Trade Hero can help level you up fast. Let's dive in. Strategy first, do not just YOLO into crypto. If you're stepping into the spotlight with crypto with just $1,000 to your name, your first move should not be buying. It should be planning, strategizing. Without a solid strategy, you're basically gambling, and this space eats up the unprepared fast. Start with clear goals. Are you trying to grow that $1,000 steadily over time? Or are you hoping to hit a moonshot and multiply it fast? Once that's clear, be sure to focus on building a game plan around dollar cost averaging. DCA is a powerful tool, especially in volatile markets like crypto. Instead of trying to time the market, you allocate a fixed amount, say $100 every 2 weeks or monthly into your chosen asset, regardless of its price. This reduces the emotional stress of trying to buy at that perfect time. Now, let's get into entries and exits. Most people, unfortunately, never plan for success. They just sit there and fantasize about it. You decide in advance when you're going to take your profits. One more time. You decide in advance when you're going to take your profits. Maybe it's a 3x or at 5x. Set those markers now, not when your emotions are strapped to a rocket. And on the flip side, do not ignore your losses. Set stop losses or mental thresholds so you're not riding the dead coins into the ground. It's also key to stay liquid. Keep a small cash position on hand so you can strike when a golden opportunity presents itself. Because in crypto, bet, they come fast and disappear even faster. Also, take some time to think long term. If you're chasing that 100x overnight play, you're gonna get burned more often than not, unfortunately. And that's why part of your plan, it should involve education. One more time, part of your plan should involve education. Spending time each week studying projects, tech trends, and macro conditions. All of them matter. The more you understand, the more confident and calculated your decisions will become. It's about being smart, consistent, and evolving that strategy over time. Lastly, connect with a community. Be sure to do this because crypto, it can be a little overwhelming, especially when doing this solo. And joining something like Trade Hero, it gives you access to experienced traders, real-time calls, and educational content that can shortcut years of trial and error. Pair that with tools like Archer, which lets you trade fast on Solana and soon other chains. And now you're not just guessing, you are competing. With structure, patience, and the right mindset, that $1,000 bag, it can go a long way. Smart allocation. Don't let FOMO wreck your stack. With only $1,000 in the bag, the way that you will split your portfolio matters more than you think. One of the biggest rookie mistakes is either going all in on a single coin or spreading yourself too thin across 10 microcaps with no real thesis. You want exposure, but smart exposure. Diversification is key. One more time, diversification is key, but over-diversification in a small portfolio, it can get eaten up by fees, transaction costs, and poor decision-making. You want to be sure that each piece of your portfolio is meant for something, not just being there because of hype or fear of missing out. A smart approach for the beginners, it would be to allocate based on risk. And that means putting a solid majority, let's say 70 to 80% of your portfolio into established high cap projects like ADA, AVAX, or XRP. These coins, they are less volatile than meme coins or microcaps, yet still offer significant upside in a bull market. They're the anchors that let you sleep at night. For example, if you go 30% ADA, 30% AVAX, and 15% XRP, you're giving yourself a foundation with proven ecosystems, active development, and that good old institutional attention. The remaining 20 to 30% is where you can start having a little bit of fun. This is your moonbag allocation. And here, you can start to rotate between trading meme coins, early stage altcoins, or maybe some promising narratives like AI or real world assets, commonly known as RWAs. But again, do not just throw the darts. Study the trends, watch the communities, and be sure to look for tokens with strong momentum, real use cases, or unique tokenomics. And even with the high risk side, be strategic. Do not enter a meme project just because it's pumping. Understand what you are getting into. At the end of the day, this portfolio is not gospel. It's personal. Your goals, your risk tolerance, and your time horizon matter. What works for one trader, it may not work for another, and that's okay. Use this as a framework, not a blueprint. And above all, stay flexible. The market changes fast, at breakneck speed, and being able to adapt, it will always beat sticking to a plan that no longer works. Real example, how we would personally allocate $1,000 right now. So if we were starting fresh today with $1,000, here is how we would think about building a portfolio for August 2025. Considering current market conditions, narratives, and risk-reward setups, first, we would commit to a long-term mindset. This is not about flipping for $1,100 next week. It's about building toward that 10x, 20x, or even 100x portfolio value over the next cycle. Here's a sample breakdown. We would go 30% into Cardano, known as ADA, because of the incoming ETF speculation, strong development activity, and government level adoption rumors. Then we would place another 30% into AVAX, known as Avalanche, which continues to gain traction thanks to its subnets, AI, and gaming integration, and record daily transactions. Another 15% it would go into XRP, given Ripple's growing institutional play, potential ETF catalyst, and swift replacement narrative. These three cover a strong mid to long-term position with high upside but manageable risk. That leaves 25% for more active trading in higher risk altcoins. And we'd use this to rotate into trending narratives, whether that's a Solana-based meme coin like Bonk, or maybe a brand new altcoin in the AI or real-world asset space. This is where Archer comes into play, a powerful Solana-based trading bot that helps you get in and out of volatile positions and fast. If we're seeing momentum on a token, we want tools like Archer to help execute the trade instantly. And of course, we would stay plugged into Trade Hero daily. It is not just about the trades. It is about the community, the insights, the early alpha, and a pulse on what's going on in the space. Crypto moves fast, at breakneck speed, and having a network and real-time info is a massive edge when building your portfolio from scratch. Tailor your plan and stick to it. At the end of the day, there is no one-size-fits-all approach to building a crypto portfolio, especially with something like $1,000. Everyone is going to have different risk tolerances, goals, and timelines. The key is to create a plan that you stick to. If you're constantly jumping between coins based on the hype, you're likely going to lose money and get discouraged. But if you build a structure, you stay consistent, and you keep learning, you keep educating yourself, the gains, they will come. Do not just blindly copy someone else's portfolio allocation, okay? Build a strategy. Use the ideas here as a template. Then adjust based on your own research, convictions, and comfort level. Maybe you're more bullish on Ethereum. Maybe you're a Solana maxi. Maybe you just want more exposure to meme coins or RWAs. Either way, that's totally fine, as long as there's a method behind the madness. And remember, the biggest edge in crypto isn't just finding the next 100x coin. It's staying in the game long enough to catch it. And that means managing your risk, staying educated, and surrounding yourself with a strong community that helps keep you sharp. Whether you're using tools like Archer to help automate your trades, or maybe you're inside the Trade Hero Discord to help you learn every single day. Either way, the support system, it makes a huge difference. The bull market doesn't wait for anyone. So if you're starting with $1,000, your journey might just be beginning. But with the right plan, the right mindset, and the moves, it could turn that small seed into something massive. So let's get it. Join the movement before the madness starts. So if you're sitting on $1,000 and you're wondering what to do next, this is your moment. The next bull run is already heating up. And the people who are going to take action now, they're going to be the ones who will be miles ahead when the real FOMO kicks in. So whether you're stacking the ADA, trading with Archer, or maybe you're learning the game inside the Trade Hero community, what matters most is getting started and staying consistent. Crypto rewards those who stay curious, stay connected, and stay committed. It's not just about making one lucky play. It's about building the habits, the knowledge, and the strategy to win again and again over the next 5 to 10 years. The clock is ticking. The market is waking up, and that $1,000 in your wallet, well, it could be the beginning of your story. Don't let this cycle pass you by. Let's build something big together. As always, stay early, stay informed, and remember, the future belongs to those who start preparing for it today. We will catch you in the next one.